In the exploration of achieving one's dreams, this discourse delves into the potent force of imagination and realizing one's deepest desires. Often, individuals underestimate the power of their own imagination, resigning themselves to a fate they deem immutable, living as if they are mere spectators in their own lives. However, upon awakening to the immense creative power that resides within, a person is transformed, armed with the courage to face any circumstance. It is frequently overlooked that our imagination, a divine gift we regularly engage with, stands at the core of our creative prowess. I remember someone saying, "Nero, your insights on imagination are intriguing, yet I find myself constantly needing to touch my chair or step on my rug to remind myself of reality." Indeed, he does physically interact with his environment, but allow me to recount a story about a 17-year-old girl on Christmas Eve. She experienced a deep sense of loneliness, her father having died in an accident the previous year, leaving her home feeling profoundly empty. Without any job experience, she took up work as a waitress. On that rainy Christmas Eve, amidst the joyous celebrations of children, she found herself crying. Fortunately, the rain masked her tears. She imagined, "This isn't rain, these are the tears I've cried, creating ocean waves, and here I am, not alone, but on a ship heading towards the Bay of Samoa." In that moment, she existed within a reality birthed by her imagination. 10 days later, a letter arrived from Chicago. Her aunt, who had left for a European tour years before, had left $3,000 with instructions that, should she not return to America, the money was to be given to her niece. Following her aunt's death, the firm carried out her last wishes. A month later, the niece was on her way to Samoa. Entering the bay, the evening air, laden with dew, evoked the feelings she had experienced a month earlier, but now with the certainty of its reality. Through this story, I aim to demonstrate how to submerge your magnificent imagination into the scenario of your realized desire, maintaining that sensation as you fall asleep. From personal experience, I assert that the emotions perceived as real before sleep will manifest into your reality. It's crucial to believe in their authenticity just before sleep and hold on to that belief. In time, you will be led through events that culminate in the achievement of your goal. Here is how to do this precisely. Start by defining clearly what you wish to achieve or become. With that objective in mind, create a scenario that signifies the fulfillment of that desire, something tangible, something you'd experience if your dream were already a reality. Think about what others would say upon your achievement. Embrace the feeling of having realized your desire. If it's a new home you're after, imagine walking through it, getting out of bed, feeling the floor under your feet, examining every corner, and touching the furniture, affirming its reality. Wander until you can transfer that feeling to your subconscious, and, through yet unexplained means, that home will become your reality. This technique has repeatedly proven its effectiveness. If career progression is your aim, visualize the additional responsibilities, how you would operate in the higher role, and embody that reality through your imagination. If it's new love you seek, how would it feel to have it already in your life? Picture wearing an engagement ring, and sleep with that reality in your embrace. As the Song of Songs says, "I sought him whom my soul loves, I sought him, but found him not. But when I found him, I would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house, into the chamber of her that conceived me." In modern terms, this means maintaining the sensation of the fulfilled wish until you fall asleep, thus bringing the actualized desire to the source of all creation. The vast majority are unaware of this extraordinary faculty of imagination, but once it is discovered, one will no longer merely watch their life unfold. Do not reminisce about the past as mere observers of an existence beyond your control. Advance as the protagonist of your life story. The secret lies in focusing on the feeling of achievement without straying. Living in the essence of fulfilled desires is essential for a richer existence. Many hesitate to envision an improved version of themselves, facing the reality that current circumstances may contradict this enhanced vision. We cling to the familiar because we attribute more reality to what is tangible over what can be imagined, failing to realize that both are equally real. I urge you to give it a try. In doing so, you will unlock profound, symbolically expressed ancient wisdom. For too long, many have misinterpreted these teachings, but now is the time to apply this knowledge wisely. Imagination links us to the domain of infinite possibilities, where all creation exists, not in a future or past but in the perpetual now. These possibilities only come to life when we mentally inhabit them. Thinking about what you desire differs from thinking from the position of already having it. In the former, you place yourself outside of your desired good. In the latter, you internalize it, experiencing it in the present. Recall when you first came across these concepts. It was in 1933, in New York. A friend introduced me to these ideas, opening the Bible to John and pointing out, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you." He explained that the essence of the Bible is the human imagination, God's dream, and those mansions are not heavenly dwellings but our desires, our longings for special places. If I vividly immerse myself in my desired state, engaging all my senses, and remain steadfast, it will materialize in my reality. When he suggested sleeping as though I were in my father's house in Barbados despite having no financial means, he advised me to sleep as if I were already there. Following his guidance for a month, my vision eventually became my reality. In the wake of this revelation, an opportunity arose from my kin to spend the winter in Barbados, and by December of that year, my journey had commenced. This episode cemented my conviction that the true Savior resides within us. Some may argue that this occurrence was destined to happen, irrespective of my prior visualizations. Yet, the person I have become understands the deeper truth: it was far from a mere coincidence. The unfolding of events was a direct consequence of acknowledging imagination as the often ignored Redeemer residing within us. While many examples could underscore this principle, the crux lies in the clear identification of one's desires. Once identified, the key is to fully immerse oneself in that desired reality, experiencing it from within rather than as an external observer. You might question, how can I achieve this? Imagine you desire to be in a different location within your home without physically moving. How can your imagination transport you there? It's quite simple. Your imagination acts as a bridge to that other space, making it as real as your current location. Visualize yourself there. How do you ascertain your presence in one place over another? It hinges on perception, which is intrinsically linked to your point of observation. Hence, if the portrayal of my surroundings matches my perspective, I am truly within the world I perceive. She may be physically here, but her imagination has taken her elsewhere, crafting her reality. Proceed with unwavering belief in your imagination, and you will manifest that belief. This principle bears repeating: where your imagination takes you with certainty, there you will find yourself, with your desires manifested. Start with this belief in your imagination, and consider it accomplished. This simple yet profound approach will leverage your imagination to achieve your goals. I suggest a daily imaginative exercise that is both beneficial and productive. Reflect on your day, modifying it by eliminating moments of discomfort, reshaping events to your liking. Imagine receiving a letter that initially brings unwelcome news. Now, reimagine it bringing the joyous news you deeply desire. In New York, a while ago, a woman who attended my talks learned the power of this daily reflective practice. I explained how many, unaware of their imaginative power, go to bed burdened by the day's misfortunes. I advocated for revising one's day before sleep, reshaping it as one would have wished. This woman recounted utilizing this revision technique, having been estranged from her daughter-in-law for years, uncertain if her grandson had received her numerous gifts. Deciding to apply this method, she visualized receiving 2 letters before sleep, one from her grandson and another from her daughter-in-law, both expressing affection and a desire to visit her. After consistently visualizing this scenario for 7 nights, immersing herself in the imagined content until satisfaction was achieved, she was greeted on the 8th day by actual letters from both her daughter-in-law and grandson, mirroring her visualized correspondence. This approach is versatile, applicable to various aspects of life, including health. If you are not well, envision a friend remarking on your improved appearance in the way you wish to be seen by everyone. Imagine them commenting on your vibrant health, to which you respond, "Indeed, I've never felt better." If you suffer from an injury, visualize its complete healing, engaging in activities as though it were already healed. The power of imagination to transform our lives is a formidable yet underappreciated tool at our disposal. Often, we stand at the edge of our potential, hesitant to dive into its depths and swim towards our aspirations. What happens when we shed our fears and boldly navigate the currents of our deepest ambitions? Furthermore, recognizing the role of gratitude in this journey is essential. Gratitude is not merely a response to blessings received, it is a powerful creative force. Expressing thanks as if your desires have already materialized strengthens your connection to that desired state, propelling its manifestation into your reality. It's akin to nurturing a plant with love and anticipation, believing in its growth even before it bears fruit. This path requires a daily practice of visualization, immersing oneself in the reality of desires as already fulfilled, whether it's the joy of a new career, the harmony of a loving relationship, or the comfort of a new home. This practice not only transforms your external circumstances but also shifts your internal perspective, shaping you into a more positive, resilient, and receptive individual. Persistence is also crucial. Instant transformations are rare, the universe often tests our dedication and belief in our dreams. The journey to Samoa emphasizes the importance of steadfastness in our vision, despite any immediate contradictions. It's not merely imagining but living from the fulfillment of desires with unwavering faith that propels us forward. Preparing for the transformation that accompanies the fulfillment of our desires is crucial. In our intense focus on our goals, we sometimes overlook that achieving them changes us. Every fulfilled desire expands our being, imparts lessons, and elevates us towards a more enlightened version of ourselves. Reflecting on how this transformation will affect us and embracing the growth it brings is vital. Lastly, embracing uncertainty is key. The path to manifesting our desires often involves unexpected twists and turns. What may appear as detours or delays might actually be the universe orchestrating the perfect journey for our desires to become reality. The secret lies in maintaining faith and gratitude even when the path ahead is not visible. Visualize until the reality feels tangible. Each visualization in your mind's eye, if believed by something or someone in the external world, brings your imagination closer to reality. Engage all your senses in this visualization, hearing, sight, taste, smell, and touch, to bring into being what was once only imagined. The abundant life promised is ours for the taking now, but to truly seize it, we must consciously employ our imagination, acknowledging our role as creators, akin to our Father. Persistent imagination, fueled by the sensation of fulfilled desires, underpins all worldly success. By adopting this practice, you, too, will discover that your imagination is the genuine creator of all that is seen and unseen.